everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to do a double page layout using a retired Stampin' Up collection called Stargazing. And this collection has some nice, bright, beautiful colors in it with nebulas and stars and planets. And I've pulled some coordinating close to my heart colors. So of course the pictures I'm going to scrapbook are of my husband and I, and at the eclipse or during the eclipse. And then also I have purchased a couple of stickers from Amazon. I'll put links in the description below. So I took pictures in both 2017 and 2024. And of course I didn't have the equipment to actually photograph the eclipse, so it's just us with our funny glasses looking up. Okay, so I'm going to scrapbook both of those years. So I'm going to start out by trimming down a piece of capri. This is the light side of capri, and I'm trimming it down so that I'll have a 1/4 inch border of black all the way around, and it'll appear to be a 12 by 24 page. So this is how they will be set up. I love how that capri pops against the black. Okay, so first I'm going to do some treatment to the capri. I've brought in a capri shimmer brush, and I'm going to splatter some shimmer all around. So I'm going to concentrate on the outer edges, but of course when you're splattering it gets everywhere. Off to the left I've brought out a block so that I can kind of create a pool of shimmer to work from to saturate my brush and get better splatters. So that's what is off to the left that you're not seeing. So I'm just tapping the brush and getting splatters everywhere. I'll set those aside to dry, and then we can start cutting our pattern paper. So I'm going to list the dimensions of all these cuts. There's quite a few, and it's kind of boring to watch me use my trimmer, so I'll be skipping ahead in a second. So with this nebula page, I wanted the most colors were right in the middle. So of course, I'm trimming this piece down so that I can get a little bit of everything. And originally I planned on using the purple on one side, but then when I got everything set up, I decided to switch it and use the blue. So that piece that looks like it's a scrap, I brought that back in. And you'll see what I mean in a bit. So I'm just trimming these pieces out, and I'm trimming for both the left page and the right page. And then the flip side of that is the kind of wild berry. Now with this one with the planets, I'm going to cut this one out using a circle die cut, and I'm going to make it look like it's the moon. It's probably Jupiter. Actually, it's smaller than that. I don't know which one it's meant to be, but I'm going to make it the moon. So you'll see what I mean later on in the video, what I do with that. So I'm going to use a circle die to cut that out. And then the remaining bit, I'm going to cut some more pieces to create my background. So I'm just looking at which colors are left and what I'm trimming away. And we'll go ahead and trim this up. And like I said, I'll put all the dimensions in the description below. And then we'll skip ahead pretty soon, and we'll have all of our pieces cut. So this is the last one with the planets, and we'll cut that. And you'll notice off to the left, I did cut another piece that was like a star background, a star field, but after I got everything set up, I felt it was too dark. So I swapped that out for a green pattern piece that's also part of the collection. Okay, so I've created some mats for my photos in, this is wisteria, and it's the regular side of wisteria. I felt that went well with all of my colors here. And then I'm going to bring in my base pages here, and we'll go ahead and glue those down. So because I have splattered on this and I don't want the shimmer to get rubbed off once I turn the papers over, I'm putting my adhesive down on the black, and then I'll add these splattered pieces on top. Usually I would do it the opposite way and turn a page over and add adhesive to the back of it, but this worked. Okay, so now we'll start setting everything up, and I fuss with it a bit, so I'm skipping ahead. So this is where I swapped out that darker piece for the green. Now we have everything set up, and we can add our matted photos. Okay. And usually I would pop these, but I decided to go ahead and add them direct. I didn't think it made a huge difference to pop the whole panel, so go ahead and put those down. So the left page is 2017 and the right page is 2024. We were in Colorado both times, but two different houses. So, okay, now we can start creating some ephemera and embellishments. So originally I was going to use this giant stamp set of the United States, but it was too big. So I pulled another old stamp set that just has the outline of the US, and that one is called Adventure USA. So I'm going to stamp that out on the light side of Limeade in black ink to create my US map. One of these days I'll find a layout to use that giant stamp set with. So stay tuned. Eventually I'll get to that. So now I'm just cutting a strip of honey butter at 1/4 inch, and I'm going to set up the lines of totality for each of the eclipses. So this one was 2017. And then that is going to be the recent one that we just had last April, 2024. So I'm going to label each of these with the years. So I'm stamping those out. So the stamp set I'm using, I like the font of these numbers. It's called Capture This, and they were the right size. So I'm stamping out both of the years, and then we'll put those down. So Colorado or Denver was just out of the line of the 2017 eclipse for totality, but it was still pretty cool. And then the next one that's going to have Colorado in totality is going to be in 2045. So we have a ways to wait. Okay, so this stamp that's of the sun is from a set called My Sunshine, and it has a coordinating cricket cut. So I kept the negative portion so that I could line everything up in my MISTI, and then I'm popping it in there and I'm stamping it out in Sundance. So it's Sundance on the light side of honey butter. So I'm stamping it a couple of times so it's nice and intense. And then I'm going to cut another circle to back it with. Okay, and then this is that planet that I die cut from the patterned paper, and it's going to be the moon crossing in front of the sun. Okay, so now I matted that United States map with black. And then I'm going to bring in a couple of these stamps from a set called Here and There. There's a bunch of different arrows, and one says You and Me, and then the other one is open and blank, and I'm going to label each of them with the years. So they have coordinating dies. So I'll go ahead and cut those off screen and then label them. And then I'm bringing in another stamp set. This was a stamp of the month from not too long ago. It's called Looking Forward, and it has this notebook paper stamp and then a coordinating die cut that makes it look like it was torn from a notebook. And I'm going to do some journaling on this, and it is the light side of Wisteria that I'm stamping on in black. So we'll cut that out. And you'll notice that I have some of these borders that have film strips on them, and I thought I was going to use them, but I messed around with them a lot, and I just decided they were too distracting. So I ditched those, but I went back to my Cricut and I cut all of these moon phase shapes. I'm just going to use the actual moon phase. It had little stars in between, but I didn't like that. So I cut all those out in black, and I'm going to set those up on my layout after I finish fussing with the sun and moon. So they're going to be above that map. Okay, starting to come together. All right, so I'm going to glue everything down here, and then we'll add our stickers. So each of the stickers say twice in a lifetime, and the round one has the actual dates, and the one on the left has the path of totality. And then I'm going to bring in some bling, of course. So I have the Journey glitter gems, and then I also went into my stash and I found these enamel and glitter duos in blue, and I thought that was a really pretty color. And they're a little bit larger than the Journey ones, so I scattered a combination of both all around. Okay, and I'm going to call it done. That's my finished layout. So I will make a list of everything that I use and compatible Stampin' Up products, if there are any, in the description below with links. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And then you'll be able to find all of my videos. And thanks for watching.